great fighter, he's a nice kid out of the ring, but he can box, he can fight. And I think these two, like Eddie says, you've got to give him a lot of respect for wanting this rematch. From the moment that Derry come to me and signed with me, he said, I want the Crawler rematch. Not often you get that from a guy that's won the fight. You usually get the guy that got beat that's shouting for a rematch. But you know, he knows what sort of fight it is for the fans, and he knows that fans wanted to see that fight. And I think Derry's more interested in being a fan favourite than the titles. The titles are nice, but he said to me, he said, I don't care if it's a title or not. Working with Eddie, it's become a title fight, and that gives it a little bit more kick. It gives it a little bit more on the line for both fighters. So I'm really looking forward to the fight. Not just as a fan now, but obviously as Derry's promoter. You know, I believe that Derry's got Anthony's number, and I believe that we'll have the same sort of result, and Derry will be coming away as a winner again and move on to bigger and better things.
Derry, a few words about the fight, going off to camp tomorrow, is it, I believe?
Yeah, well, I'm home tonight. I'm up to Scotland tonight. I'm in Spain on Monday for a few weeks. Back to Scotland, then I'm over to New York, some sparring. It's a fight basically the fans wanted, with it being for the Commonwealth title. It's a bonus. It's a title I've never boxed for. I've never even thought about fighting for the Commonwealth title. I've always wanted the British, but it's a bonus fight for the Commonwealth title. Got a lot of respect for Anthony. He's a great fighter. He gave me the opportunity to box him the first time. I'm giving him the opportunity, but when you know you can beat someone, that's why I didn't think twice about taking the second fight. And I've got his number. I feel as I'm bigger and stronger. I hit a lot harder, and you know, I've got a good team around me. I've got everything going for me. It's in my own city, in front of the big fans, big fan base, and you know, I'm really looking forward to performing and win the Commonwealth title.
Good. Joe? Obviously I noticed that as through losing the fight, not just as a fighter and as a trainer, it's a loss you want to avenge.
Yeah, definitely. It was there's some boxing news, the trade paper voted it the domestic fight of the year last year. And like you say, then often you see people repeat it again. Like I say, Anthony Crawler. People said we underestimated Derry last time. We didn't. We trained thorough and we prepared thorough, and the better man won on the night. Like I say, Anthony and Derry both nearly clashed in prize fighter, but they were both unfortunate that night. And I don't think both lads were at the best that night, both watching them. But since then, Derry's had a good win. Crawler's been involved in another great fight, one of the domestic fights of the year. And now, like you say, we turned down an opportunity to fight for the British title at super featherweight. Anthony Crawler, everyone knows he's born in a weight division that we took an opportunity at when we fought John Watson, and people say we've robbed the living, and we've done really well at lightweight. We had the opportunity to fight for the British belt, super featherweight. Gary Buckland, we want to go down and fight that, but Anthony feels there's unfinished business at lightweight, and when the Commonwealth belt was attached to it, and the platform that he's got to fight in the sky in a huge arena, the Echo Arena, it's only fitting that an arena with the amount of fans that have got to be there that night and the TV audience get to watch what was the fight of the year last year. And Anthony Crawler, Derry Matthews is, we get no disrespect to anyone else boxing the bill, is the fight of the night, on the night. And I urge everyone to get your tickets quick, because it's got to go quick, but it's got to be a good fight, both good fighters. And like Derry's the box office fighter in Liverpool, to an extent, Anthony Crawler's become the box office fighter in Manchester. Wherever Anthony fights, he brings these crowd of supporters with him. Derry's got a good crowd of supporters with him, and it's going to be a good night. We've won the British title in Liverpool. We had to go in the back garden and we fought John Watson, and we're going to have to do it all over again and come into Liverpool and fight Derry and claim that Commonwealth belt. Claim the Commonwealth. Anthony's won all 3 belts, British, Commonwealth and lightweight, the English title at lightweight. After that then we'll most probably look at going back down to super featherweight and getting the British belt back down there.
Anthony, a few words?
It's always hard going last, isn't it?
There's a few more to go, don't worry.
Yeah, no, I always like to say, last time in the fight, almost 12 months ago, Derry come into my backyard, beat me in front of my own fans and put on a great performance. Now I've got a chance to return.